Hello and welcome to another edition of Can't Clip It with Jesse, Ralph, and Evan
Can we
Dubois.
do it one more time? But can you look at the camera?
I am. Looking
No, because
right
every time I edit the clips, you start the podcast off and you like do the intro like this, and
yeah.
I'm looking at the camera.
Do you want me to do it? What's it called? Can't clip this?
Yeah, can't clip it.
Hey everybody, welcome to Can't Clip It with Evan Dubois and Jesse Ralph. I'm Dylan Gott, the guest, and I'm doing the intro because I'm the only one that's fucking professional on this bullshit show.
It's noon on a Wednesday. Welcome to the show, Dylan Gott. You can stream his new album, Dr. Plops, wherever you get your albums.
No, the new one's called I've Had Sex. The old one's Dr. Plops, and
God
then
damn
there's
it.
Thank You, I Farted, and
So
more
you
farting.
fucked up the intro. You fucked up his thing.
Yeah.
You're
the-
cursing a lot today.
Do you have any questions for me, Jesse?
Yes. Let me just go to the notes that you definitely didn't send me.
Yeah.
Dylan, what's the age of consent in Ontario?
Why the fuck would I know that? Why would you even ask that as a question?
I'm not
What kind of
sure.
fucking show is this?
So glad we did this right off.
Just off screen, there's like 6 cats struggling to live because they're malnourished. I guess that's a hobby you have or something? This place is fucked.
So I have to do this one?
You can do it
Oh,
later
God.
if you want.
No, I'll
Do
do
it
it
right now.
All right. Do you think Gene Bean Ramsey would have grown up to be hot?
Okay. I forgot how young you guys are. So John Benet Ramsey.
I don't
John
know
Benet
who it is.
Ramsey was. I can't believe you asked me that question and got the name wrong. But she was a child that was murdered in the 90s. I'm Dylan Gott.
No.
I always forget how. I always forget how young people are. So I can't make creepy jokes because then it's like everyone knows you did it. But anyway, whatever. I'm Dylan Gott. I have 4 albums. No one's heard any of them. I have, yeah. I'm like one of those indie bands where a guy works at a coffee shop and he's really pissed. You know what I mean? Have you ever worked with anyone like that? I remember I worked at Starbucks when I was 20 and there was a guy who was like, I only work here 1 day a week. I was like, okay, man. Like, he didn't even introduce himself. He was just all pre-pissed that he had to work there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I got fired from that job pretty quick. Have you guys been fired from any jobs?
No.
I have.
I've been dumped in every relationship, but I've quit every job.
You quit every job.
Yes.
Well, you look, yeah. You look way more together than me and Evan. So for sure. Evan has been
true.
fired. Me and Evan
Yeah.
have fired face.
Yeah.
What'd you get
Resting
fired from?
fired face. I worked at the On Route, and I got really pissed off one day, and I decided that it was free cookie day,
Okay.
and I gave everybody free cookies.
How old were you?
I was 17.
Yeah. That's a
Yeah.
17-year-old thing to do. Like,
Yeah, and
I
then
don't want to fucking show up here sober. I'm giving you cookies.
yeah, and they put me on the no hire list, which wouldn't have mattered if I didn't go back 3 months later and reapply for the same job. You know?
That's amazing. One of my friends got a job at Tim Hortons, and he didn't think they checked the resumes or the references, and they didn't because one of his references was Pam Grier. One of his references was Pam Grier, and he just gave the movie or her job from Jackie Brown. That was his thing. And it was just like didn't call at all. That's great. You've always quit.
Yeah. I've got a short fuse.
A short fuse. Oh yeah, you blink, I would say, a third of the amount of a human should blink. So I get that.
Yeah.
Like there's 2 blinks you're missing because you're like, don't set it on fire.
Just focusing on not doing that. Yeah.
Did you quit? Do you quit in a huff or you give your 2 weeks? Very terse.
It depends. So I quit a job at a Cineplex movie theater when I was a child, 17 years old. They had booked me on Friday, and I booked Friday off but said I could work Saturday. And I was just like, I'm not working here if you don't respect my wishes, and like quit like that.
Oh, so you're a man of principle
Yeah.
versus Evan who threw a hissy fit and gave everyone free cookies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, want to know why I threw the hissy fit? I had so my store at the On Route was always not busy. All the other places were busy because mine wasn't Tim Hortons. Mine was the weird off-brand.
Which one was yours?
There's in Trenton. There was like a weird
Oh, I know. I'm a
kinda-
Canadian comedian. I know fucking
Yeah.
Trenton en route, buddy. That's
Hell
one of the
yeah.
good ones.
Yep. So there used to be like the market, and then there was like Market Express where they would make like sandwiches and stuff.
Oh, gross.
And people would only go when Tim Hortons was too long of a line.
Yeah.
And so one day I just made an entire drum kit out of cups and lids, and I put tape over them so they would have like.
So you were so bored.
Yeah. And I took straws and I taped the ends so that they were heavier at the end, and I did drum solos at my cash register. And my manager came over and threw out all of my drum cups. And I was so pissed because it took me like an hour to make the kit, So I did free cookie day and I got fired.
How old was your manager?
Fuck. There were like 3 or 4 managers and supervisors at the thing, but the guy who came up to me, he was like 35, 40.
Yeah. That's a 35 or 40-year-old thing where he's like, get this
Yeah.
fucking kid's goddamn drums out of this fucking place.
Yeah. No, there was an older manager who didn't really care. She was like, it's not busy. Let him play his dumb cup drums or whatever, Yeah, and he got pissed off at me, and I was like, that's it. And that weekend, I think like 14 other kids also quit the on route.
Jesus Christ.
like,
Well, it seems like it's a place where no one would... How the fuck, if you're a 17-year-old, do you get to an en route?
I had my G2.
But like... You're parking in like it's such a fucking weird place to work where you're just being treated like shit
Yep.
and I've as a man who's newly experiencing this, like people who are under fucking stress, like
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
family that stopped, not every, but like I will say a third of the family stopping in that en route, one of the parents doesn't want to stop.
Yep.
Because it's like the man or the woman has to piss and the other person is fucking furious. Like,
Yeah.
just don't fucking piss.
Yeah.
I'm not spending $18 on a goddamn sandwich, and then you're playing drums. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just fucking folding in on each other. Did you see any public divorces?
No, but I met Alexis on Fire,
Okay,
and
at an en route.
yeah, I
Okay.
didn't know who they were.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
They were like, we're a band, and I was like, oh, cool. What's your band called? And they were like, Alexis on Fire, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm sure you guys will make it one day,
That's really
like.
Were they cool about it, or were they like?
Yeah, no, they were very nice. They're like,
Oh,
you should.
yeah.
They're like, you should check us out. Like, check us on Spotify or whatever. And
We
then
actually
I,
have a ton of followers with you, young piece of shit.
yeah. And I Googled. I was like, oh, they're like famous, kind of. Wow.
That's crazy. They could have fucked your mom.
Yeah, no, for sure.
They fucked any of your moms. They probably fuck your mom.
I don't know.
You don't know? I'm sorry. You're getting sad.
Probably a little too
My
young.
mommy doesn't do that. They fucked my mom, but my mom's way older.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I never met any. I called. I worked telemarketing. I got fired from that.
Hey,
I
well,
work
Alexis
somewhere.
isn't as on fire as your mom's crotches. Am I right,
There you
guys?
go.
Ah.
Fuck your mom, man.
She's a nice lady.
No, she is.
Does
I
she
feel.
She probably watches all these.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a running thing now. This is the 3rd episode in a row I've said something horrible about his mom, and
Oh yeah. Well, thing about Jesse's mom is I think I've done. How many shows have we done together? Like.
3 or 4.
Yeah, your mom's been at more than half of them.
Yeah.
nice. I
Yeah.
do love
And
the
I tell her
segue.
not to show up.
Oh yeah, don't worry. My mom, same thing. I did a shared calendar with my mom once, and that was like I was like, so just stop asking me about where I am, and then what I'll do.
Just to get her off your back, you're like, this is exactly where I am at all times.
Exactly.
Leave me
You can
alone.
monitor it. Here it is.
Yeah.
But then it backfired because one time I did like a corporate gig and she just showed up. She was in the audience. I said, "How the fuck did you get in here?" She said, "I told them my son was inside." So these people probably were like, "This woman's maximum 7-year-old son is in here." And it's like, no, it's this fat bald guy. We paid a large portion of our budget to entertain us, and then my mom just scared those people into, I guess, sitting down at this company fucking function. She
And
sat there. She clearly, everyone was sitting away from her. They were like, "This woman's fucking nuts. Like, we don't have security at this office building." You know what I mean? Like,
That's
we're not
hilarious.
prepared for a 65-year-old woman who just insists she's coming inside.
Yeah.
Was it like a noon gig too?
It was like midday. Yeah,
Oh god.
it was after lunch. They had just had lunch.
I like the idea of the people who owned the company just being like, well, we can't kick her out. How's he going to get a ride home if we.
Well, they were like, look for him. She was like, he's there. And they were like, what? Like, he's there. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, I didn't swear, but I was like, what are you doing here? And my eyes were on fire. Because I'm like, what the hell? I hate performing in front of my parents.
Oh my god, me too.
But you do it so much.
I don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice? Oh, yeah, your mom just does it.
Yeah. She's like, I spoke to your girlfriend and we're coming to your show. And I'm like, why? Like, it's always like that.
That's great. You know the funny thing is, like, I feel like the old, what do you say? It's like the old thing for comedians was unsupportive parents and like abusive parents.
Yeah.
And it's like specifically sometimes I wish I had an unsupportive parent.
You know, I'm sitting over here awfully jealous of your guys' supportive parents, so I don't know if you wish.
Oh, your parents had never seen any of your skits?
My mom came to my album taping.
Okay.
My dad didn't.
Sick.
My dad didn't even listen to the album,
Yeah.
and I know that because when I said what was your favorite part, so you know how Bandcamp will put a title track.
Okay.
He chose the title track, right? And then I was like, oh, okay, so
Your
what?
parents are still together?
No,
Oh, okay.
yeah, they split up. I had a stepdad.
Did he listen to the album? Oh, yeah, he did.
No,
So just not for dudes.
no,
Just not an
Yeah.
album for dudes.
yeah, no. I don't even think my mom listened to the album. She came to one of the tapings. Which,
Oh, and just like pretended it wasn't happening? I think my mom does that. She sees me talking. And
Yeah.
then she's like, I'm not ingesting any of this.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Unless something's about her, and then she's like, why the fuck did you say that? She'll be like, good job. Why the fuck did you say that?
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah,
Man.
no, yeah. My mom is like ready to fight.
Yeah.
She's
That's
a very
funny.
sweet woman, but she's like, talking shit? Why the fuck you talking shit? And I'll be like,
Yeah.
my mom sent like the classic, like my mommy sent a cute text message. She's like, fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
comedian has like, my mommy doesn't understand technology. My mom's like,
Yeah.
the fuck I don't, bitch. You know?
My Nana's very similar. Like, I do a lot of jokes about my dad. And because I don't really talk to my dad, but I still talk to his mom. And she listens to all these jokes. And she's like, how could you say all these mean things about my son? And I'm like, because he did them. You know? He did them.
Yeah, your son is also my dad, asshole.
Yeah, yeah. She's like, all these people are going to hear about how bad he is. And I was like, good. That was the plan. Like,
Yeah. And I really wish you knew who John Benet Ramsey was, so that first part would have been better. But so, do your mom listens to all your jokes?
Yes.
Yeah.
She will comment on every single thing I've ever
That's
posted on
adorable.
Instagram.
That's very nice.
So whatever the first clip is, she'll be like, "Great job, guys. Keep it up."
I can't wait.
No,
I can't wait. Yeah.
His grandma commented on, we put up a post of like the studio. And she fucking commented on the picture, this looks like a normal kid's room. That's what she fucking commented on the post.
Oh yeah, parent comments are fucking dope.
Oh god.
I told him to block her. You know?
Yeah, blocker, 100%.
Sometimes if I get to the comment right away, I'll just delete if it's my grandmother commenting because
Why?
I'm like,
It's all for the algorithm, baby. You gotta have those fucking legit. You gotta get your family in there, dude.
You just
gotta
need
get
to respond, comment, and
ants.
be like, thank you, random lady. You know? Like no one
go.
suspects a
I'll
thing.
always say thank you, grandmother.
So your mom and your grandma comment. Does anyone else comment?
No, not
Are
really.
you an only child?
Older sister.
You have an older sister who
Yes.
gets no comments on her stuff.
No. Oh, probably. But she doesn't. She's not like a content whore like we are. So it's not like there's.
You made it sound
something
like you
posted
blocked your
every day.
sister. You're like, I don't know what that woman's up to.
Oh no, she comes to show. She actually came to the banana room once.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
that's good.
Yes.
That's good. The
I'm
banana room.
I'm her favorite comedian, apparently. So
That's
good.
great.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's
That-
great. And
that-
then
I do really well with women. My mom, his sister, and I'm apparently Kyle Lucy's girlfriend's favorite comedian.
oh,
as well.
that's good.
Yeah.
3 women, but no dads.
Yeah, no dad.
Dad's
No dads.
furious at your bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, you got the emo swoop hair. They probably are fucking pissed.
Yeah. It's not my fault. I can't afford a haircut.
No, you got the swoop. The Bieber swoop.
There
There
it
you
is.
go. That's dope. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I fucking hate your shit too, so that's 3 dads.
That actually ruins the next question, which was, "Are you proud of me?" But
Yeah, I'll be your surrogate dad. Why not? I am definitely one of those way too supportive parents. Like, I think I have my kid's entire life documented.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, entire, like, he'll like ask, "Oh, what was?" He'll be like, "Oh, I can't remember that," and I'll be like, "Here's a video." And he'll be like, "What?" I'm like, "I videotaped all 24 hours from fucking 2 to 9.
Yeah.
So we're gonna rewatch your life because I don't like this puberty thing."
How old is your kid now?
2.5. He's gonna be a psycho, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Greek. He's half Greek. No, wait.
You just
He's
stopped.
quarter Greek, quarter Portuguese. Yesterday, out of nowhere, he just went, "I'm the king." And I was like, "Hell yeah, buddy." Like, it wasn't like, "That's a weird thing to say." I was like, "Goddamn right. Men need to work on taking up space." I said that to his face.
Nice.
And I believe that. I'm kidding. But it's funny. It's funny because, like, I feel like some people, at least I see on, like, social medias people thinking about how, like, toxic masculinity is dying and, like, all this shit, and it's like, just go to Scarborough. It's very alive.
Yeah.
It's being, like, bred into children.
Yeah.
I was at a kid's birthday party, and these 2, like, 5-year-olds were talking, and then the one 5-year-old said, "Oh, I heard you're getting a cake. Is it it's a surprise cake?" The kid's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, I heard it was a princess cake." That was the joke. And then all of the 5-year-olds laughed. Nice. They're ridiculous. Getting a girl's fucking cake for a boy's party? It's like they laugh and the parents were laughing too. I was like, is this a Trump rally? This is like a Trump rally junior? This is dope. Anyway, yeah.
That's so funny.
Was
But
it
they
a
always have
princess
some-
cake?
Huh?
Was it actually a princess
No,
cake?
it was like this is the other thing where it's like, they're like, "Oh yeah, he loves Spider-Man." It's like, you keep showing him Spider-Man. You like
Yeah.
indoctrinate these kids with
Yeah.
Spider-Man, and then they like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird because people are like, "Oh, he's obsessed with Venom." Like, yeah, dude, because you have like a Venom chest tattoo. You're trying to make your kid like this shit.
Yeah. No, my brother, I was watching him a couple weeks ago last week for my mom, and he didn't do it on purpose, but we were walking past a house with a pride flag, and he points at the flag,
Puked.
and he goes, "Flag," really loud,
Good.
but he's missing like 8 teeth.
Yes.
He can't say L's, right?
Yeah.
So he points at it, full on screams a slur, and people are looking at me, you know? And I'm just like,
Did you start flexing?
No, I was like, just like,
It's go time.
I'm like, "You guys like my Venom tattoo?"
Yeah.
I like pussy on your chest.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's happened. I mean, one time this was before I had a kid. I was babysitting my nephew, and he was we come in the elevator, and it's like we're rumbling around, and he bumped in this guy's he elbowed a guy in the dick, and then it's tight elevator, and my nephew was a couple years old at the time. He was like 2 or 3, and you know what do you thought when you fucking kiss it better. So the guy's like, "It's fine," and my nephew just and he's a big guy now.
Yeah.
He's always been big and
Yeah.
deceptively strong for
Yeah.
a 2-year-old. He just grabbed the guy and started trying to kiss his dick. And then the guy went "No!" and pushed my nephew. And it was the only time we looked at each other, and I was like, "That was your only option, dude."
Yeah.
There was no way, you know what I mean? The
Yeah.
other one where it's he started it, that's way worse. So I was like, "Yeah, it's fine." I was like, what else were you gonna do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was your best option, was to push a kid.
Yeah.
But if you start from the front of the story, it's the kid was pushing. He fucking pushed my nephew. Why? Well, my nephew was trying to kiss his dick, but he pushed him. That's the
Yeah.
important part.
So
yeah.
if you pick up anything from this episode, it's that his nephew pushes peen, all right?
Yeah, deuces.
Oh my goodness. Dude, that's wild. I feel like kids are such a good source of material. Is that why you had one?
I didn't even tell you to write that robot question. No. I don't know. I just had a kid. Why does anyone have kids? Oh, because because I believe in service. I don't know. I don't even know. I just had one. and then now it's great. It's a real gamble though.
Yeah.
Because you're like, you can't, they tell you like, oh, babysit, and then you'll figure out if you want a kid. No, you won't. Every time I babysat, I fucking hated it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, fucking get this kid to stop, dude. Fucking, what the fuck is happening? And then you like do stuff where like, just show a kid TV to be on your phone. And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I just want to be on my phone. I don't like, the
Yeah.
whole thing I'm doing is like, I'm neutralizing this invading force on my time. But, yeah. No, but it's awesome. It's I don't know. I only really have corny parenting podcast things to say. If you want to drop like a banner and then it would be like how kids have improved my life, and we'll start weeping, then we can do that.
Okay. All right.
But I mean, it's super easy. Yeah, you guys should both do it like right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, get a woman pregnant now. You have a girlfriend, get her pregnant.
I don't know if I want kids.
You do.
I do. I don't know.
Just
I've done the
refreshing.
thing you said. I've babysat a few times, and every time it's so exhausting.
Oh, it's
Oh.
terrifying, but then you just get used to it. It's fucked up.
Okay.
You just get used to it. It's like, I don't know. It's like anything. I don't know. Well, first time I played football, I like had, I was in a bathtub full of ice, and then the next day I was fine. Do you know what I mean? They was like,
That's not how you play football. I don't. No, I'm sorry.
no, yeah, I went directly, I soaked in ice, and I was like, this is football.
Yeah.
No, but after practice, I was like in a like thing of ice, and then like the next day I was like, oh, this is how it goes. So I guess you
Okay.
get calloused. I'm not really selling it that well, but trust me, it's good.
Okay.
Evan's
also-
also probably got to wait like 10 years just so he doesn't have a brother who's like 8 years older than his kid.
Yeah.
No, do it.
I don't want to do it.
If there's how was the podcast? I pressured a boy into impregnating his girlfriend. Honey. That's what that's what I'm gonna say.
I'm
That boy got his-
13. That's, no.
What's the age of consent again?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesse has it tattooed on his eyelids. No matter what.
That's
No
why
matter where he goes, he knows the age of consent.
That's why he never blinks, because he doesn't want anyone to see what's
Exactly. No blinking.
No, I did always win staring contests as a kid.
100% because you don't blink. You stare right into someone's soul where it's like, are we gonna kiss now? That'd be fun. Anyway. So, do you have any nephews or anything? No.
Oh, my girlfriend's got a niece and nephew, and I get in trouble playing with the nephew because I call him on his bullshit. We were playing baseball, and
Yeah,
Call him on his bullshit?
When you said get in trouble playing with her nephew, I was like, oh no, where's this going? And
Yeah,
then you
yeah.
went call him on his bullshit.
oh, we were playing
yeah.
baseball. He made me pitch for like 3 hours, and then he was like, "I beat you 12-0," and I'm like, "We played 1 inning."
I thought you were gonna be like, call him on his bullshit, and you're like, here's how the vaccine really works, bitch. You know, I got some real
Yeah.
stats about the vaccine. Oh no, yeah, that's the other thing. They rinse and repeat. They will just exhaust you.
Yeah.
Like fucking. How old's the kid? Like 5?
5 or 6, yeah.
Yeah. You don't even know the name or the age.
No.
Some little shit gets in the way of me and my girlfriend watching Netflix. That's dope.
That's funny. No, when my brother was here, I did a similar thing to him. He came up to me, he was like, what's that stuff called where when you push on it, it's hard, but like if you leave it, it's a liquid? And I went, oh, a non-Newtonian fluid. And he went, no, it's called oobleck. And then I went, no, it's called a non-Newtonian fluid. And I argued for like 20 minutes with an 8-year-old
Yeah.
about what this stuff is called. And I'm like on my phone, I'm like, no, look, Google says. Like a
Screaming at an 8-year-old.
Yeah,
Well, that's your brother, though. You can hit your brother.
Oh, Jesus.
So you have an 8-year-old brother?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
From the stepdad.
Yep.
Sick.
Yeah. Different dad, same mom.
Yeah. That's how, yeah.
Yeah. My mom was 20 when she had me, so she was a normal parenting age when she had my brother. So he's he's gonna have a great
Normal
life.
for now.
Yeah.
So she was 35. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing. It's like normal for now, but like my mom was 31 when she had me, and she was a fucking freak where I was from. Like she was like an old, washed up. She had a job. Everyone else was like your mom's age.
Oh no.
This is like in the 90s. Oh yeah, in the 90s, people
Okay.
used to just fucking have kids. The economy was great.
Oh, when houses were under 200K, like around Toronto.
Yes. Yeah, when you can get like a yard and shit for $150,000. Things
Hell
were
yeah.
still kind of fucked, but like not nearly as fucked as they are now. Yeah. It's funny. It's like everyone jokes about it, but it's
Yeah.
like, Yeah.
Oh, I found an old newspaper and it was exactly that. It was like a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, and it was like $175,000. It was like right off the 404, which still wasn't like built fully.
Oh yeah, I love like old magazines and shit. I bought a bunch of old Sports Illustrateds, and there was one that was amazing where it's like from 1980, and like all those cigarette ads for low tar. So you get low 60% low tar, and then Winston cigarettes ad was like chocked full of fucking tar. This is flavor country, motherfuckers. It's like that was like the first phase of people being like taking care of themselves was low tar cigarettes, and then even then there was a company that was like, fuck that bullshit. What are you, a pussy?
Yeah.
Fill it with tar.
Nice.
But it's crazy how like I remember like I have a podcast too, and we did an episode on Psy, the Gangnam Style guy.
Yeah.
And people were like freaking out after because they found out basically how much he drank and smoked.
Yeah.
And they were like confronting him like, you're an alcoholic. And he was like, no, man, I love booze. Like, because South Korea has the second highest rate of alcohol consumption in the world.
Really? Eh?
Yeah. So it's like but it was like if you put like any of the Rat Pack guys now, like if you interviewed Frank Sinatra from 1952, but in 2023, you'd be like, this guy is an alcoholic, and I think he's a lot really bad for the youth. But that's how much Psy drinks.
Yeah.
It's like he just drinks like a guy who went through the war.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So then like normal people are like, but don't you do yoga? And he's like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Let me drink this grain alcohol and chase it with a Budweiser, please. Like, it's fucking awesome.
That's amazing. I always
I
find
like
that
the idea
so
that he drinks
interesting.
Budweiser. I'm sorry.
He loves Budweiser.
I love how like culturally shit is like so different, and then you travel obviously way. I hit the microphone and that bothered you, and I'm sorry. You've obviously traveled this country much more than Evan and I, but like just going to like different parts of Canada where you're like, oh, this is nothing like Toronto, and it's like 4 hours away.
Most of Canada is the same. It's a hick country. There's like 3 cities. Other places say they're cities. They're not.
Yeah.
Halifax is lovely, but it's a town.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's
like 60,000 people.
It's got a couple 100,000, but it's like people are like, whoa, Halifax, and it's like, yeah, Markham's bigger than Halifax. Do you know what I mean? Like all of our population is like in Toronto and around it. But yeah, I mean, it's like if you go to England, there's like if you go 2 hours on a train, it's a completely different culture because like they used to have to get places by horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here it's like we've always had, trains or some shit. So it's like Alberta.
Yeah.
People say Alberta is different than Toronto. It is, but like not that much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much Alberta is Toronto, but they just don't like Indigenous people.
That's the clip.
Everyone who I came,
Yeah. Okay.
everyone who I was like, because Alberta was like super rich when I was like 20. It was like 2005. That was like one of the first. So you could go on the rigs and fucking earn like $30 an hour in 2005.
Wow.
But not even like, dude, they were signing people to signing bonuses like it was sports at 7-Eleven.
Okay.
My buddy got 2 G's to basically be like, congratulations, you're a part of 7-Eleven. But then every single one of them, with the exception of like 2 guys, came back with like some weird comment about Indigenous people. It was like, got off the plane like, hey man, how's it going? You're like, if you measure their brains. I'm like, what? It was fucking crazy, dude. The last time I was out in Alberta, everyone was pissed because this was like when Trudeau wouldn't build the pipeline, and then they had to sell their pickup trucks. I have to fucking sell my pickup truck. I'm like, why'd you get a fucking 80G pickup truck, you fucking moron? But it's like every car on the road is a pickup truck out there.
And new.
Okay.
Oh, brand new fucking... I guess they say it's our Texas. I haven't been to Texas, but sure. I mean, this is whenever anyone says something like that, it's like, you haven't been to like a... Like, anyone that says parts in Canada are scary, and I'm sure they are, but it's like, we're scary for like a place with like a good welfare state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, there places in Canada are scary for a place where you can just walk into a hospital and be fine afterwards.
Yeah. Okay.
Get access to a base medical. But like if you go to like I was in fucking South Africa, and the Airbnb guy just lied about having Wi-Fi, so I had no way to contact anyone when I was like, oh shit, okay, well now I have to tell my family I'm fine because I'm in Johannesburg, South Africa. I had to walk up the side of a highway in South Africa. One guy was like, what the fuck are you doing here? And I was like, I don't know, man. And he's like, well, okay, be safe. And I was like walking by townships and shit.
Oh
And they were
my
like
God.
looking at me like, what the fuck? They probably thought I was like some sort of like racist white vigilante who was here to fucking shoot up the township or something. But it was fucking crazy, dude. The malls have like fences around them.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And all the stores are like regular store you'd see in a mall. So it'd be like, let's say a Cinnabon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun, right? Defense store. Straight up selling AKs. You just buy a fucking AK and then just like regular mall store. But it was like defend your property. Here's dessert. Defend your goddamn property. You like Airwalk shoes? Like it was like that
Okay.
over and over again.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Damn.
sweet.
You've done the stand-up scene in England, right?
Yes.
What was that like? Is it a lot better than Canada? About the
Yeah,
same?
it's way better. Way better.
Did you
Okay.
just spill?
Yeah, everyone. Yeah, it's way better. There's just way more. I think London has as many clubs in it as Canada does. Full stop, if not more.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Shit.
Yeah, like way better, and everyone takes it super seriously.
Yeah.
Everyone's really business minded. The comedians are really nice.
And it's
That's it.
3 headliners all doing 20 for the most part, right?
Yeah, 3 people do 20, so you can double up and stuff.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's easy. I mean, yeah, it's great. There's a lot of really good comics out there. I left shortly after Brexit. I don't know how it is now. I've
Gotcha.
heard, like, this is all very boring, but I've heard transportation costs are up. So
Okay.
you guys, that's a good clip, right?
Yeah.
Put that. We'll talk about transportation.
I
fucking costs.
loved what you did on your website where you've got like shows in bold where you've got door deals.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
That's genius.
If anyone likes this, give me money. I don't care.
Yeah.
PayPal. I don't want. This is the thing. I just want money. People, people have merch after shows. I will literally be like, I don't have anything to sell you.
But can I
Just
have
give
some
me
money?
more money, and that works.
Evan brings
Okay.
this to shows and then sells CDs for people for $5 a pop, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
good.
I burned them myself, so I can.
Yeah, I used to
afford
sell burnt CDs.
Yeah. And
Does
people,
it have some other stuff on there other than your stuff?
I have some like bonus tracks on it.
But it's all you, right?
Yeah,
you could
it's all
just
me.
like not like some
Um,
Slipknot or some shit.
No, there's one song I did with Ian on it. That's fun.
That's good. No, none with Jesse though. Can Jesse sing?
No,
No.
he can't sing. I mean, I'm assuming he doesn't look like he can sing.
No, I could do Gordon Lightfoot.
Do it now.
Not on the podcast.
Why?
Come
It's
on.
on the Patreon
You could just delete it.
This could be the clip. I'll cut it out if it's
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
next time.
Okay.
Well, really doesn't want to. What's one of Gordon Lightfoot's songs?
Oh, you just want me to sing?
No.
If you could read my mind, love.
There you go.
Okay.
Your eyebrows were twitching.
Yeah, I know.
That took a lot of power out of you.
I know. I was almost blinking.
Almost blinking. It takes all your effort. Does your mom not blink?
No, I think I'm just the one that can't blink.
You do slow blink though. That was a slow blink.
Yes.
Yeah. No. Like.
Yes.
Okay. My blink is like that. Like
Yeah.
it's a norm. Do your blink. Whoa.
Maybe he's a replicant. Just a handsome, nice replicant. Like some of them are nice. Odds are, right? Some robots are nice. Are you guys worried about AI?
Not yet.
We're all white.
No, it's the whole thing of like everyone thought that it would be like the harder jobs that we'd get AI to take over, like construction and like we thought
Yeah.
we'd have robots building houses and stuff, but instead it's all of our jobs.
Oh yeah.
It's like we're gonna have robots writing dick jokes way before that, and you know, I just don't know if I have as many references as the robot.
Well, I think it'll be. This sounds weird, but it'll be people who. It'll be like robots writing. It'll be the person who's the best at adapting what a robot writes. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that
Okay.
if a robot presents it, people will be like, "No, I don't like that." But it's like it sounds silly, but it's like
Okay, if someone goes up and it's like, so I think that, then it'll work.
Oh, you just write it into the thing and then tweak it, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, do you guys want to do it now? We'll see what's up. Because apparently, like, I read some. It was funny because I listened to a podcast about like, oh, a robot wrote a funny joke, but it was people from the New York Times saying that. I'm like, what the fuck do these losers know about?
Funny.
Do you know what I mean? And also the robot like can't like I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there'll be right-wing AI robots. That'll be fun.
Think so?
100% there'll be right-wing like will you type in some stat about like, you know, disparity in wealth across like different demographics and they'll be like, nope. Oh, actually that's because they're not as smart. That's what the right-wing robot will say or something.
It'll be like, actually, if you measure their brains.
There you go.
Yeah.
If you measure their brains. I went to Alberta.
Yeah.
I lived in Alberta for a while. Measure their brains. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's the interesting thing. I mean, it's like I use AI to write contracts for gigs now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I used to like have to pay someone.
Oh, that's amazing.
So yeah, it took out that guy's job.
Yeah.
That guy's fucked now.
That's true.
Or girl. So yeah. But I mean, we don't even have like everyone thought it would be like, you know, sex robot and then work backwards, but it's really not. It's like accounting robots. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone thought we were going to like fuck a robot.
I remember the 1980s movie Mannequin,
Okay.
where it was like a mannequin came to life and a guy fell in love with it. It's the actress was the woman that played Samantha on Sex and the City. It's one of the funniest movies I've ever seen.
Sounds like Weird Science, but worse.
Yeah. Sounds
Yeah.
like someone watched Pinocchio and was like, what if Pinocchio fucked?
Nice.
Exactly that. Yeah, he falls in love with a mannequin. And I was just thinking, like, that guy would have been, like, that movie would have been much shorter if it were today, just because there's already sex robots.
Yeah. But there's not, I mean, this is so creepy. Like, I was at the tail end of people having to go to, like, porn stores to, like,
Oh,
buy
yeah.
things. Like, I was like, I'm one of the first people who was like, I can download this so you can, like, really, like, you had to fucking deal with prying eyes if you wanted to jack off to some good shit back in the day. Like, you in the 90s, you had to, like, walk into a store that basically the fucking outside said, you are a creep. And then you'd have to be like, hey, I'm going to jack off to this. Probably in my car if I have a family, because I can't bring this in the house. Like, my buddy worked at a porn store and a guy tried to return a fake ass.
Ugh.
Like, he fucked it and he was like, no, I don't like that.
Did he bring it back and was like, well, no, I ran it through the dishwasher. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. And then my friend was like, no,
Okay.
you can't nut in something. And then we don't have like a used fake ass bin, dude. What the fuck are you doing?
Like, when you walk into Canadian Tire and they've got the things that are, like, brought back, so they're, like, $5.
Yeah.
That's so
He thought there
funny.
was some sort of like old Walmart DVD bin of fake asses.
Jesus.
This didn't have poop in it, so how am I supposed to enjoy myself if there's no shit in it when I put my hog in there? That was his official complaint, I guess.
There's the clip. We're going to clip that part.
Good, sure. Clip whatever you want. Actually, there's a bunch of stuff I don't want you to clip.
Oh, really?
Yeah, why not? I don't know. Also, one of our teachers came into the porn store. That was fun.
Really?
We were in college, and one of the teachers came in the porn store.
Oh, my God.
But he was such a smooth guy. He still just bought porn. He was like, well, I'm not going to, like, shy away from this. I'm an adult, and you're an adult, and you're going to tell everyone you fucking know about this.
Yeah.
I'm an adult, you're an adult, and I understand that this is going absolutely everywhere. Oh, shit, I fucked up.
It would have been weirder if he walked out, because then you'd be like, what's he into?
That is true. Like, what kind of weird DVD was he going to buy?
Dude, the top selling porn was trans. That was, like, number 1 and 2. Like,
Wow.
trans, everyone was just buying trans stuff. And that was, like, 20 years ago.
Wow.
Damn.
So, yeah. So that was, like, and that was the, because that's, like, I guess that was friggin' past LimeWire time, too. So it's like, you didn't even want this on your computer history. You're like, I gotta fucking pay cash for this.
Yeah.
That's how fucking fucked
I got to
people
pay
were back then.
cash, and when I'm done, I'm ripping apart the
Yeah, the
tape.
receipt,
Yeah.
people were so... It's like people feel shame now, but it's like growing to where people are like more accepting.
Yeah.
But back then it was like, I can only imagine what the 80s were like if you were, into trans porn. You just bought it under a bridge or something.
What I've heard is now teenage boys have like emotional connections to like their laptops and cell phones because that's where they watch that type of stuff, pornography. So like kids will have like crying fits like they're broken up with if they get their like laptop taken away from them.
Where'd you hear that?
I don't know. Some guy told me.
That's old school, buddy. Where'd you hear that? I don't fucking know. Some guy told me.
At least he
That's
was
how the
honest.
Did you guys ever hear the Richard Gere thing?
No.
Fucking went in the hospital one time and had a gerbil in his butt.
Oh, jeez.
That's an ultimate. Some guy told me
Wait.
that. Also, a gerbil can't live in an ass.
Evan, do you know who Richard Gere is?
No.
He's an old movie star.
Still no.
Your mom probably fucking jacked off to him.
All right.
Oh yeah, you're still young enough that bugs you. I'm sorry.
No, it doesn't bug me.
Your mom gushing all over the place. Gushing over gear.
Well, if you go on about it, it bugs me a little bit. I do want to say.
Gushing over gear. Evan's follow-up
Yeah.
album.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but what was I gonna say? Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying, Ben? Oh yeah, the teenagers. Yeah, I mean everyone's fucked up in different ways. Like if you watch movies from the 70s, it's like a bunch of shit about how there's a movie called Network, and I know that's like if you've seen Network, it's one of those movies where you just become annoying for a week.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's Fight Club is like that.
I was like that when I saw Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
I was like, but like bagel is everything though. And then they were like,
Like fucking you become like you're like microdose being a 9/11 truther if you
Yeah.
see Network, because you're like,
Okay.
no, but this is how it fucking is, man. Because like there's really good speeches in that movie about like how no one's a person anymore. They're just like what they see on TV, because TV's raising everybody, so you don't learn from your parents. You just like
Oh,
learn.
wow.
Basically like everyone is just like whatever shows you watched. It's like your parents plus whatever fucking shows you watched. So you just that's why like kids start talking about like whatever bullshit they're
Mr.
watching.
Beast?
shit.
I hope yeah, kids just randomly give people money or like suck my dick or whatever he does.
I would be more inclined to watch Mr. Beast if he said that when he gave people money.
Suck my fucking dick. I don't even know what he does.
And they were like, what? And he's like, I just saved your fucking life. Peace.
I'm a
And that was the whole
content
video.
creator. Oh yeah, didn't he have the one where he said he cured blindness?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Didn't that involve no fucking sex for money?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're not just gonna fix someone's eyes for free.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. You have to. They obviously have to have sex with you. They have to hurt themselves in some way.
He's just like, we have to test your eyes first to make sure you're actually blind. He's like, what are you holding?
Check that out. You see that?
That'd be the first thing they see when their eyes start working.
He's like, I'm just gonna check your other senses too. What does this taste like? You know?
Oh, God. Good old Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
But then
Apparently
it's like,
he's the sweetest guy, so this makes me feel bad.
well, of course he is. His life's fantastic. Oh, wait, you're worried Mr. Beast is going to see this and it's going to hurt his feelings.
Yes.
You're worried Mr. Beast is going to see this podcast and be like, oh, no. What do those white losers say? Oh, fuck. The guy who doesn't blink thinks I'm an asshole? No, yeah.
He's like, what if one of their 6 subscribers watched it? You know?
Yeah, Mr. Beast is a piece of shit. I'll fight him, bro.
Start a rumor about him then.
You think a rumor will kick off here? Yeah,
Yes.
Mr. Beast had a gerbil in his butt.
You didn't hear about that?
You hear about that fucking whole gerbil he had in his butt? No, he'd have a video. He's like, I got 6 gerbils in my butt. And then the fucking thumbnail's like, whoop.
Yeah, it's like whichever one survives gets $1 million.
Yeah, whichever. Some of that shit just seems like, you ever seen that movie? The movie. Do you ever see the first episode of Succession with the
No.
baseball? Where he tells
never
the kid,
watched
he's like, you
Succession.
hit a home run, they'll give you $1 million right here. And then the kid almost hits a home run, gets tagged out, and they're like, all right, you get nothing. It's like there's so much of that shit. Yeah. There's so much of that shit in fucking YouTube culture of like, I have all this money. We're the Nelk boys. We're the worst people on earth.
Oh my god, I hate the ones where they've got to film the homeless guy eat all of the food that they just bought him. Then it's like, dude, you can just do that without filming
I've
a
never
meal.
heard of that.
Oh, it's rampant where people are like, I want to do something nice today, and then they're just like, eat it. Like,
Okay, well that is interesting though, because all right, so there's that. That is exploitive
yeah.
for sure. I'm old enough to remember bum fights.
Yeah.
Where what you would do is, right?
Did you see the Dr.
Do you guys
Phil
want to
clip?
know what bum fights is?
No, I
I'm
know.
aware.
You pay bums, then they fight, and then you tattoo them. One guy had bum fights tattooed on his forehead.
Oh my god.
Anyway, yeah. But yeah, feeding them is bad too.
Did you see the Dr. Phil thing with the bum fights guy?
Where he dressed up like Dr. Phil?
Yeah, and Dr. Phil was like, "You're exploiting poor people," and he was like, "Yeah, that's why I dressed up like you, because that's what you do."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
that was
but
great.
yeah, but then
Yeah,
then
but he
Dr.
didn't
Phil isn't
tattoo
like,
bum
okay,
fights.
how about you guys fucking brawl it out? You know, that's my first ever Dr. Phil impression. You guys fucking, why don't you guys fucking suck each other off and fight all this show? Dr. Phil's fucking, I mean, he is exploit. Also, he's just not a doctor too. I love everything. Just fucking everything's just sick ass fucking lies. No, yeah, bum fights was, but bum fights they were like tattoo guys and then make them fight and like pay them in booze, you know?
Pay them in booze.
Yeah. We'll keep them drunk. Oh,
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's super fucked. There's like a documentary about it, about like how big of a piece of shit all those guys are, and it's
Okay.
great. But then also the dressing up like Dr. Phil thing is very funny. So
Yeah.
it's like it's one of those things where it's like, oh god, it's like all those moments Trump had where you're like, fuck man, this guy's gonna bring about a fascist state. That is funny. God damn it, you know.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
many times where he's just like he's a loser. You're like, all right.
yeah, he is.
God damn it.
That was one of the worst times for comedy, though. Every comic had like 5 minutes on Trump.
Yeah, but it's also like, here's the silly thing about it. Every time someone had that, I never thought like, it was always like from the angle of how dumb he is. He's like, yeah, he's a fucking psycho, but like no one cares. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like no one's gonna be like, no Trump supporter watching you do your tight five about how dumb Trump is gonna be like, wait a minute. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
we're doing an episode on Rosie O'Donnell and him. That you know that feud?
Yeah.
Where he just called her a disgusting pig, a
Yeah.
fat pig with a big fat head. And it's
Yeah.
like all the comments on it are like, that's my president.
Yeah.
There's no one who's like, wow. Like, no one fucking cares. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Fair
And
enough.
also, he discovered where it's like, you touched that woman's ass. He's like, yeah, I did. And everyone's like, what's the other move? And then he's
Yeah.
like, I'll give you 6 other things to fucking talk about. I'm declaring war on the Ukraine and Russia same time. Let's see if they can put aside their differences. Because I'm fucking definitely nuking both those motherfuckers. And everyone's like, what? Like, he's like, Rob Ford was like the cracked out version of him. Like, Rob Ford was the craziest politician ever in the world until Donald Trump.
Okay.
Like, Rob Ford said, do you remember that?
Oh my god, I
9
have enough
a.m. when he's
to
like,
eat
Olivia
at home.
Gondek said, "Oh, he fucking eats her pussy. I got enough to eat at home." He said that at 9 a.m., dude. I watched that at work because people were like, "What the fuck did he say?" Like, we were like, "What?"
I miss that guy
Nice.
so much.
But he had no plans.
He'd just be hammered at like a Jays game or an Argos game.
Dude. And the patois thing where everyone's like, it's racist. I'm like, I don't know. No one seems upset. Everyone's like, this is how Rob talks. Also, he was like a dude from Etobicoke. So he's like, you know,
Yeah. Okay.
he's like Coke dealer adjacent at the very minimum. It's like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? It's Etobicoke. He's probably run against a guy who he beat up in public school and no one can say it, but he's like,
Yeah.
that's why he won.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
remember there was an election in my hometown, and we were like, yeah, the current mayor probably should be unseated, but that lady did, the lady mayor, his
Whoa,
opponent.
lady mayor.
Yeah, there's two different, they're true. That's bad. But anyway, her daughter, blew the dumbest guy in town by a tree, and I think that's why she lost.
I always feel bad for
Okay.
like really small town politicians that like lose the mayoral race because like everybody knows that you lost and you've just got to like go pick up every sign in front of every house.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have no volunteers. You just gotta do it yourself.
Yeah, you gotta restart your real estate career. You know.
Oh my god, yeah. Like I always think about that every time there's an election or like by-election. It's just those small towns where like everyone's pulling for this one person. Like we're comics, we fail all the time. But like I couldn't imagine needing to get like signs from in front of someone's house. Be like, oh, it didn't work last night.
Yeah, physically having to do it.
Yeah.
Like if you have to, like I guess
Yeah.
it's like if you're out of. The closest thing would be if you organize a show and you bomb and everyone just sees you cleaning up the chairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking. But I mean,
Yeah.
at least then you get money. It's like, yeah, I spent thousands of dollars, didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Would you just try and like pick up every single sign in the night before the morning just so nobody remembers you lost? I think that's
Well,
what
how much
my
did I
move
lose
would be.
by?
Bad.
I dispute the election no matter
Yeah.
what. No matter what, I dispute the election.
Yeah.
That's the other thing Trump did. Nah, it's fake.
Yeah.
Didn't happen.
Oh my
Which
god.
is-
I'm watching a dating show right now called The Ultimatum, and this guy. So basically, the idea is the one person in the couple gives the ultimatum like, "Hey, marry me now, or I'm fucking gone." And then they swap with partners.
Okay.
So they have to,
Oh, yeah, I've
live
seen
with
this.
each other's partner. Anyway, and there's one guy who like, he swaps with this, and the guy, they have like a men's meetup thing, and he goes, the guy who's dating, his name's Antonio. I forget the guy's name is fucking Kyle or something. And Kyle goes to Antonio, "Oh yeah, she doesn't respect you." And Antonio's like a truther of everything. Like he's a above all check everything conspiracy, like everything is conspiracy, one of those guys.
Okay.
And he's like, "That's fake news, you're lying." And then the girl he's with, Kyle's wife, we'll call her Miranda or whatever, Miranda's like, "No, even Kyle's parents were like, yeah, she like actively doesn't respect you and talks shit about you." And then he's like, "They're lying too." And then he's like, "Why would they lie?" And he's like, "Cause it's all part of a big plot." And he starts talking about it. Anyway, I'm like that now.
Okay.
Dude, I love Love Island, which is they've got contestants that are women that are like 30 years old and then guys that are like 19, 20, 21. So still in like the spread the seed phase and just like letting the chaos boil over of the two biological clocks ticking.
That is the cool thing where it's like, yeah, you get 40-year-olds, people in their 40s and people in their like late teens and early 20s are the exact amount of crazy. Like the ultimatum is all people who are like, I would say in their like, they're in the first wave of sanity where it's like late 20s to early 30s.
Yeah.
But if they did the ultimatum with like people in their 40s and 50s, it'd be like the first day. Everyone is fucked. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like their kids are involved somehow.
Yeah.
Like you fucking have to take their kid out on a thing, and it's like the kid's like, "This guy's a fucking loser," and the mom's like, "I need love." You know what I mean? Like it'd just be fucking a mess. And then your Bobs could be on it.
Nice.
That seems like a great place to end this.
I did have one thing I wanted to talk about today.
Oh, you sleepwalking.
Yes. I've sleptwalked once, and I was waiting till the podcast to tell Jesse this story.
And I didn't want to bring it up
Yeah.
because we had such a good flow with Dylan that I
I'm
felt
sorry.
like he should have ended the podcast. But
Well, we're going to come
Do the
back
John
and do the
Benet
plugs.
Ramsey thing again.
Gene Bean?
Gene Bean Ramsey? Jesus fucking Christ. How can you not know this probably 30-year-old reference? Anyway.
Okay, so I sleptwalked one time, and when it happened, I woke up on the toilet. So I had taken a shit in my sleep. Like I got up
That's fucking
from my
dope.
bed, went to the bathroom, started taking a shit. And so when I woke up, I didn't know where I was because it was pitch black. My pants were down, and I just felt something on my ass, and I was like, the aliens got me, you know?
That's so funny.
And then I slowly realized where I was. I had to wipe a shit I didn't remember taking, and then go back into my room. I shook my girlfriend awake, and I told her what happened. And then she just went, whatever. And then she went back to sleep, which is probably the worst part for me, that she was just like, yeah, that seems like something you'd do. And then went right back to bed. And in the morning, she woke me up, and she was like, did you sleep shit last night? You woke me up and said you sleep shit? And I was like, yeah. I slept
you
walking.
wipe?
I wiped after.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
You had no pooey ass?
No pooey ass.
That's great.
Yeah, it was.
So wait,
it was
so what's the problem? You're just doing things.
Well-
What, wake up next day, you have like, taxes done or some shit?
I always thought like sleepwalking would be fun as a kid. You know, like people would be like, you wake up and you're like, whoa, who made nachos? You know, but I just got rid of last night's nachos, and now my girlfriend has to worry that I might shit on her by accident. You know?
But you already you already shit in your sleep. So it's like you're not shitting in your sleep. You're like very.
Yeah, I made it to the toilet. But my worry is like,
you
what
also
if...
wiped.
No, I wiped when I woke up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I woke up and I had to wipe after. Yeah, so was pooey ass, no pooey ass after I wiped.
Okay.
So I misunderstood the question.
So okay, I think it's good.
Yeah.
I'm with Dylan. I don't think this is an issue.
I think
at
this
all.
is great.
No?
You know when I knew.
Well, what if I misinterpret where I think the toilet is in my dream?
You do it in the kitty litter box.
Yeah, and I just...
Do you sleep naked?
Yeah, almost.
Don't sleep
Almost.
naked. So when you shit your pants instead of the bed.
Okay, well, again, part of my muscle memory is pulling the pants down. Right?
Well, then part of your muscle memory will be getting to the
Like,
toilet.
because when I shat in the toilet, I didn't sit on the toilet with my pants up.
I've been so drunk that I peed and genuinely thought a door was a toilet. I've been that drunk multiple times. But here's the thing. What I did was, this is just straight up animal thing. You're going to find a corner. Every single time, I got up so hammered, pulled my pants down, went to a corner and peed.
Okay.
So I pointed to that corner. But that was like,
Yeah.
I peed on, this is all fucked up. Like, I was hammered drunk. I woke up in the middle of the night, and this is the most fucked up thing I think is gathered all of my wife was in university at the time, we were dating, and I gathered all her books and pissed on them.
Dude,
Like I gathered her books and pissed on, and she was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And then I was like, "What? No." Like I acted like she was offering me something to eat. I was like, "I'm good," and she's like, "You're fucking pissing on my books," and I'm like, "No, I don't need any." And then I went to bed.
that would have been like a
Nice.
$4,000 piss.
Yep.
Oh, she just fucking wiped the books off.
Ugh.
Who cares?
Then she was piss lady in science.
She was not piss lady in science. Anyway, no, that's when I knew I had to stop drinking. Was I would do messy shit like that, and then eventually I would get blackout drunk. I wake up and my clothes were like folded, and my laptop was charged, and I had made lunch for myself. And I was like, "You were too old to be getting blackout drunk if you're also being this responsible."
That's hilarious.
You know what I mean? Where it's like I've also packed lunch for my wife. Oh, did it stop?
No, it was about to.
Good.
I didn't want to miss the outro.
Okay, so we should probably end it considering it is very hot and sweaty. in
Yeah.
here.
Should I just end it because I started it?
Yeah, I
Yes,
think
sir,
it'll be a
and
good bookend.
I'll look at your camera.
Yeah, I'll lean into.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for listening to this show. I'm Dylan Gott for Jesse Ralph and Evan Dubois. Until next time, these guys are fucking perverts.
What's the age of consent again? No.
Thank you, Dylan Gott.
You're welcome.